My name is Mogi from editizer.com, and I'm going to show you how you can create a website and put it live on the internet using Microsoft Expression Web. Okay, so this is Expression Web. When you first start it, I'm going to get rid of these side panels. I prefer to have the screen clean. So let's go File, New, and Page. Now there's a lot of options here. HTML, that's the basic language that websites are designed in. I'm going to pick CSS layouts, and I'm going to pick one of these page layouts. You can see the preview of them. I'm going to go for this one: header, nav, one column, footer. So that's basically these four areas. The header is normally where you have the company name and logo. The nav area is the navigation area, and that's the menu. This is the content, and the footer would have maybe an address or copyright information. Basically, the plan is that header, the navigations, and the footer all stay the same throughout the site, but the content of each page here changes. So let's just go OK. We can make out the various areas or divs as they're called. So there is the footer div, the page content div, the navigation div, and the masthead or header div. Okay, so let's just put in the company name, the car showroom. You can see how it's a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get editor, and it's very similar to using Microsoft Word. You probably recognize these icons or tools. I'm just going to center that. I'll come back to this in a minute. You may have noticed that another file was created here with the extension CSS. Now that's the style file associated with this web page. I'll just show you that. CSS is cascading style sheet. It's got the four areas: masthead, top navigation, page content, and footer. And we can put in styling for those four areas. But firstly, I want to save these two files. I'm going to call this index.htm, and this will be the home page. And it's asking to save the CSS file. I'm going to change this name to style. It's more appropriate. Let's go to the style file, and for the masthead, I'm going to put in font size. As soon as you start typing, it comes up with an options. So font size, and I'm just going to pick 50 pixels. And you have to finish these lines with a semicolon. Okay, let me just save that. And if I go back here, you can see it's made this large. So basically the size is governed by the style sheet. This is the navigation part, so I'm going to put in 4 menu items: home, 2 spaces, about us, 2 spaces, services, 2 spaces, and contact us. Okay, let's go back to this style sheet. So, font family. Let's go Arial, Helvetica, sans serif, and end the line with a semicolon. Now let's go font size, and this time make it 18 pixels. And finally, we want to make it bold, so that's actually font weight. Select bold and finish the line with a semicolon. And let's just save that. And if we go back to index here, we can see the result. We could probably space them out a little bit. This is going to be our menu. Okay, I want to make these into links, so I will select the word home and right click. And on the menu, choose hyperlink. Home is going to be index.htm. Okay, you notice it's changed the styling to a typical link. We can change that back through the style sheet, but let's just leave it for the moment. You can do the same thing with About Us, Services, and Contact Us. In the main contact area, let's put in an image. So insert, picture, and from file, you can click on the picture. Now it's asking me for alternate text. So I can put in here electric car. The search engines will pick this up, so it's useful to include it. I could also put in long description. So there we go. Expression Web has a very neat feature. If this image is too big, I can just select it, and if I hold down the Shift key to keep the aspect ratio, that's the ratio of the width to the height the same. So I can resize it, but the clever bit is that it will have jagged edges and be distorted. However, if I click on this little icon below the image, I can resample the image, so it's perfect again. Okay, and then we can put in some text here. And then finally, in the footer area, we can say something like copyright 2011, the car showroom. Now we can go back to our style sheet and copy and paste the font styling and put it in the footer area. So let's make it quite small, let's say 10 pixels, and normal font weight, so we'll just delete that, but we'll keep with the Arial. Let's just save the two files. It's suggesting that it saves the image, which is now different from the original. I'll just change the name. I'll call it a small car image, so that's it. To preview the web page, hit F12. So that's your website, your web page. It's not much to look at, but we've seen how any web page can be constructed. Okay, the next part is to actually make it live. And to do that, we go into the site view here and publishing. And let's look at publishing settings and edit. You will have got from your hosting company the FTP settings. I've just called the name test. Connection type is FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Your FTP information will include the address or URL of the location of your web files, your username and password. You have to get hosting in order for the world to see your website. Just fill it in here, go save and OK. Then we can connect to the current publishing location. And this comes up. The left side is your local computer and the right side is the web server in the hosting company. In my case, I have to click on web space, the HTTP docs, then click on the folder for the site, Cook My Site. I've got to get my 3 files up into this location, and I do that by simply dragging them across and dropping them. The index file, the image file, and the CSS file. And that's it. What I can do now is view the site in the browser, cookmysite.com, and there it is. Thanks for watching, and if you think this video can benefit someone you know, please feel free to share it with them. Best of luck with your new website.